There's something unspoken between them. Something quiet and constant, like a song only they can hear. You notice it in the way David glances at Barbie when she's laughing, like he's memorizing the sound. You see it in the way Barbie seems to know what he's thinking before he even speaks. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. But it's real. David doesn't talk about his feelings often. But when he does, especially when it comes to Barbie, his words settle into the air with weight. "She's the calm in my chaos," he said softly, looking down for a moment, as if the truth of it caught him off guard. "I don't think I'd be where I am now if she wasn't around." It wasn't a confession, not the kind that makes headlines. But it was something far more intimate, an acknowledgement of her presence, her patience, and her quiet loyalty. And that's what made it feel different. Genuine. No rehearsed lines. Just emotion, raw and unfiltered. Barbie, for her part, never plays into the speculation. She smiles when asked about him, sometimes rolling her eyes in playful denial, but there's always a softness in her voice when she speaks his name. "David has this way of making you feel like you matter," she once said. "Even in a room full of noise, he listens." They don't need to hold hands in public or make grand declarations to prove anything. Their connection is in the silences, in the way they finish each other's thoughts without trying, in the way they show up for each other when no one else is watching. When David had a rough week on set, it was Barbie who showed up with coffee and bad jokes. When Barbie doubted a script choice, it was David who stayed up late helping her run lines. These aren't stories they tell in interviews. These are the quiet moments friends or lovers share when the world isn't looking. And maybe that's what makes it romantic, the fact that it doesn't try to be. Just is. People love to guess what they are to each other, but maybe the truth is simpler and more powerful than labels. They're two people who genuinely care, who lift each other, who know how to sit in silence together without needing to fill it. David once said, "Barbie's not just important to me, she grounds me. She sees me, not the actor, not the role, just me." And in a world that's constantly shifting under the weight of fame, that kind of anchor is rare. So maybe the real story isn't about whether they're more than friends. Maybe it's about how they remind us of the kind of connection we all crave. Honest, steady, and quietly beautiful.